It's Friday night. You guys know what that means. I have a piston video to share with you. From the screenshot or the thumbnail of this video, I've had a lot of fun experimenting with extending the length of pistons. Now, I've made a video a long time ago, I believe last year, where I made infinite strength for pistons such that they would push any amount of blocks that you want them to push. The idea is a -1 value would make it infinite. It's defaulted to 12. And I'm assuming what's going to happen is these blocks will just fill themselves within these crevices. That's why I paused it, because I wanted you guys to see what would happen. This is a little bit different. It's not the blocks that they're pushing, but rather the extension that comes out of the piston. So here's the first one. So this is a normal piston. I've got one that's vertical here, but I wanted to explain that one later. This is just a normal piston length of 1. So on the right hand side, you can see that I have a scoreboard, and that will determine how long I want this piston to push. So that's just right here. Now, I'm going to push it out first. Now, I'm going to change this to 2. And now watch what happens to this piston as I activate it. It doubles. So now I've got an extra piston extension here. Ignore the plane fighting. I think by now, we all know what's going on. And so we're going to extend it to 5 now. So there we go. It's so beautiful how smooth it's actually become. I had my doubts about this. This is a lot harder than I expected it to be. That's why I've got so many command blocks. I didn't really think I'd need it this much, but I did. So there's 5. So let's jump it up to 25. So it counts all the way down. That's why it's able to extend so smoothly and push this gold block. And you can see it's really long now. So there's the bulk of it all. This is extending right from this piston head. Well, not the piston head, but that's the piston head. This is the body of the piston. That's able to extend 25, and by some magical moment, it's able to store all of these extensions inside this really cramped up space. This is a very small space, and that's probably why this is not supposed to happen. But anyway, we have it happening, and now I'm going to make this 100. Well, not 500, 100. Let's not go crazy there. So now we actually have to follow it because it's a very long piston that's going to happen. So all of these might unload, but here we go. Got to fly and catch up to it. It's like a machine gun, but there's the block, and then I have to fly all the way back now. But you can see how, it's pretty well connected, but I'm going to turn it off, and all of them disappear. So now that's the gold block one. This is an emerald block. It's a vertical piston. I'm not going to actually explain how this one works because it's a bit convoluted. I've got a few command blocks here. It's a bit complex. But this one is a vertical piston, and it uses a constant value. So I'm not going to change it to 200. It's just going to be about 100, I think, that I set it to. So I'm going to activate it just with one lever, and it pushes it up. But to activate its power, I have to activate all of these levers. And it's going to push them all up, like so. Now, there's a bit of lag, but that emerald block went flying all the way up there. So this is a block model. As you can see, it's not perfect. This is a barrier, and it's just a model. And we have a normal emerald block. It's a normal gold block. But all I had to do is delete the extended head, clone it all the way to the top, and then fill the rest of the gaps in with barriers and fix up that piston, because that piston deletes itself anytime I do that, and that's why it was a little bit harder. All the sound effects are pretty obvious. It's just the contraction and the extension sound effect for the piston, and I just had to clone the block up there. And all the way back down here, you can guess why I'm using comparators here, because it's the easiest way to do it. It adds the delay that pistons have, and it's also just an easy way to detect whether the piston is activated or not. So there we go. This one was a little bit trickier than I expected, but I don't know. I'm not really good at redstone, so I've got pistons here. I guess that's why. But in any case, pistons are a little bit finicky in their own right, so that's probably why. But there you go. There's that massive, long piston. It's one of the less popular images, but still cursed, of course. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you have any other cursed images you want to send me, you all know the drill by now. You can tweet me, you can leave a comment. r/PhoenixSC is a good way to do it too. That's where I found this one. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe for more creative content. Take care.